Yo, it's good. It's good. I'll say any and every question that anybody has right now. I go live on TikTok at night, but I know a lot of people don't be on there, so yeah, you need an LLC. You most definitely need it. Cause it's going for business. Like if you whatever, like say for instance you do something wrong, they can't sue you. They'll sue the business. You know what I mean? But on that video, a lot of people I was saying how like you don't have to spend $1,000 on an LLC, but yeah, you need an LLC. You gotta have that. Like that's a must. Look good, look good. We're gonna be on here for a minute too, y'all. So like literally any question, anything y'all got. What's good, Natalie? You found this on Google? What you mean? You found what on Google? Yeah, it's legit. Yeah, yeah, it's legit. It's real money. As long as you got all the paperwork that you need, call CBS. I'm already set up with CBS. CBS is my factory company. I use apps to get my loads, but I'm working on contracts right now. So when I hire drivers and stuff like that, because I'm finna get a van in about 2 to 3 more months, right? So that's what the contract's for. I'm not gonna use it for myself, so like I could, but that's the whole point of me like getting another van type thing. But for right now, I just get all my loads off the load board. It helps out. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. But hopefully I can book like not book, but I need a real good contract. Amazon do contracts too. I didn't know that, so that's another one I gotta look into. I just got back in Texas not too long ago, but I gotta go through Texas to get to Oklahoma. We headed to Oklahoma right now. But there are apps like the Selected Load Board and the DHC Load Board. That's what I use for cargo vans. I'm not here at home right now. I wish, but nah. It just took me through Texas. Like I'm over here like in this El Paso area right now. So I wish I was at home. I want to go home so bad, but I still got this other load I got to drop off. So I won't be home for that. Yeah, I need another load. I just called about one, not too long ago. But I know that dude. I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. He trying to give somebody $150 to go 350 something miles. I told him I'd do it for 450. It was like I got it was his partner load or whatever. It was his coworker load. That was exactly what he said. So just a bunch of BS. I hate when the brokers do stuff like that. And he was one of those Indian or British guys or whatever. I don't know. You know, not throwing race into it, but just taking bullshit loads. And I feel like that's a problem right there. The brokers, it's not the fact that that new drivers are taking cheap freight. I think it's the fact that the brokers are taking the freight for cheap prices, and therefore they don't have much money to spare or too much to pay out. So I feel like that's what's really going on. That's just how I feel. You from Jersey? Hey, y'all got a lot of good loads in Jersey, man. Like a lot. Like in like New York, everywhere. Like that whole area of the Connecticut, y'all have good loads. I was up there I went up there twice, I think. Yeah, I've been to New York twice for loads, and I always came out pretty solid. So New Jersey, New York, yeah, you gonna be straight. It just y'all got a lot of competition up there already. Like I've never seen so many box trucks and cargo vans like already, but you should be pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie. You should be pretty good in Jersey. How old are you? Because your insurance is gonna play a huge factor in like starting up. I've been doing the cargo van for a month and a half now. 23. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So your insurance will be a lot cheaper than mine. Cause I pay 1,300. But I've been in the business a month and a half now. I'm still learning everything, but a lot of people they're not used to the way I do it. And so I had just talked to a dispatcher and an older guy who's been doing it for a minute, and they were just surprised for me to tell them the way I was doing it and stuff. So like even though I take $1 a mile, like pretty much on all my loads, they add up. So and it's pretty good. So they were shocked, like very shocked. But just a month and a half, and I've been pretty successful so far, you know. But that CDL, I'm gonna work on that this week when I get back to the house. You'll be worth a lot more with a CDL. What I just found out the other day, you like worth a lot more. Like I just met this one guy who he don't move his truck for anything less than $1.50 a mile, right? But he averages $3 a mile everywhere he goes, like everywhere. Whether it's hazmat, well, he gets paid more for hazmat loads, but still though, I finance my van. So I spent like about a good 6 to 8 months saving up and building my credit back up, so I would be able to do it. Cause I didn't just up and hop into it. Like I thought about it for a long time, like while I was still working. So, but I had got my credit like back up to where I needed it to be. Cause I'm only 20, right? So I only have about two years of credit history, maybe 3 right now, but that's not really a lot. Just got to your first load and they couldn't load you out. How did that happen? How did that happen? Damn. That happened to me before. I think twice. Yeah, it happened to me twice. Thank you, dispatcher. Oh man, try to get an unused truck payment. Well, I don't know how that's gonna work if it's a dispatcher fault. Damn, that's tough. 17 pallets. Hey, how do you make that mistake? How do you make a mistake like that? The dispatcher should have looked at the weight. And that's why I'm not too fond of using dispatchers for real, because like I just been studying this for so long, and it's like I know what I should charge and stuff like that. But yeah, you can only fit two. Yeah, in these cargo vans, yeah. How much was your truck? Oh, I was joking in those videos. Well, in that one video I had just posted not too long ago, maybe about 30 minutes ago. But my truck, it was 27,000, and I put 6,000 down. So total, it was maybe about 34,000. It wasn't that much. But the thing is, it's a lot of dealerships. They know that a lot of people are now trying to get into transportation, so the vans being marked up. And not only that, it's like it's a shortage in a lot of materials, like all the ports and everything like that. It's a lot of containers stuck out there where all the material is. So the U.S. right now is shit, man. It's gonna take a while to get it back right. Nah, 9,000 pounds can't fit in the van. Not a cargo van. You need a new dispatcher. Not in the cargo van. You can only. In my van, I have a Ram 3500 ProMaster, right? And I only fit, I think my CBR is 4,331 pounds, but I don't put that much weight in my van. Nah, you most definitely need to do dispatcher. She said she need to tell you what fit. Nah, they're trying to renegotiate. I don't know. That might be a closed deal, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That might be a closed deal. That one done. That's a wrap. The thing is, like, I was watching Hot Shot guys, right? So it's a lot easier for me to figure out how to load my van, like where it's going and things like that. It's not easy, don't get me wrong, but because you're very limited with a cargo van. And then on top of just being in a cargo van, we don't have any endorsements or no spills or anything like that. So we always get the lesser amount regardless, because we're a smaller form of transportation. Yeah, $6,000 what? $6,000 or 6,000 pounds? 6,000 pounds wasn't gonna fit. Even if it was two pallets, like you would have broke your van putting it in there. What do you have? Do you have a cargo van or a dry van? Because a cargo van can never hold 43,000 pounds. That's not right. That's not right. You might have to get that one. You'll have to correct that. You gotta get that one right. Yeah, see, ATL is a hard area to get out of. On top of that as well. Dang, I hate that. That's tough. ATL is a tough area to get out. Birmingham to Tampa, and even though it's not a lot, it's Florida, their rates they don't pay the best. They still have freight down there, and that's why I want to work on getting my hazmat and SWIFT card and all that stuff. But I gotta be 21 to even get the hazmat. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and work on my CDL. These next 2 weeks, I might not even get on the road these next 2 weeks. I might just stay home and then just get a just working on getting my CDL, so I can have a lot more room to negotiate higher rates. Just think about having a passport, a SWIFT card, and things like that. Like like it's totally different conversation. I just found out with a new dispatcher, right? And but normally I pull my loads off the DHC load board, and I also have a homie up in Illinois. He helped me book loads. Like that load I just dropped off, he had booked that one for me. The average rate I take is $1 a mile because I put parcels together. So and I deliver them. I tell them $1 a mile is not an expedited rate. So if you picking up pallets for $1 a mile, don't take it straight there. If they tell you you need to be there by tomorrow, don't take that shit. It's not worth it. That's not expedited. Dodge ProMaster cargo van, yeah, that does not hold 43. Yeah, you can use a low roof, but it wouldn't be that much. The freight, you wouldn't be able to fit that much in there. You know what I mean? Because I think y'all only got about 5 feet of clearance space, maybe less than that. And I only have 5'8" and a high roof. The roof, it really don't mean too much, honestly. Because even though you got a high roof van and it's 6 feet on the inside, it don't really mean much because I only have 5'8" of clearance back there. So I can't book a pallet that's 6 feet tall. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like to stay around that average, like $1.10. But oh yeah, about my dispatcher, right? I had signed up with her, and she had ended up getting me a load out of L.A. going to Chicago, paying $1.50 a mile. That was about 2,000 miles, a little over 2,000 miles, right? That whole trip would have been $3,000. I would have spent about 500 on fuel, 300 to her. So I would have spent about $800 on that whole trip, and I could have took 2,100 home. But I like to do stuff like that on the weekends. You saying a dispatcher, I can't disclose their information because this guy, he had reached out to me on Instagram, and then he told me to reach out to another guy who has been in the business a long time, right? So, like, and, when I had called her, I was like, I heard you do dispatches. And she was like, nah, I can't dispatch for any new cargo vans. And I was like, homie sent me. He told me to let you know that he sent me. And then he was like, oh, well, she was like, oh, okay, I got you. And then she sent me over her carriage package, and we just been working from there. So, well, she been trying to work, but so tomorrow, hopefully, she gets me a load out of Oklahoma. I'll be in Oklahoma tomorrow. I'll get there tonight. So, we've been driving all day since about 9 o'clock this morning, I think. So, but that load, I would have took on like 2,100, and I would have had it there within like 3 days. Like if that load was booked on a Friday, like it would have been so perfect because I would have had it there Monday morning. Start the week off with 2,100. That would have been so perfect, like so perfect. Dang, bro. I hate these semi trucks being in the lane like this. Like they belong on the right side of the road, but they want to be so fast. I guess they think they're cargo vans or some shit. And honestly, it's hard finding a dispatcher for a cargo van. I'm not gonna lie, it is very hard because it's the fact that it's so many people out here that got cargo vans. What kind of mileage I get, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure. But one tank of gas lasts me about 4 hours. You can travel about 200 miles, 230 some miles in 4 hours. So this tank of gas, it lasts me pretty long. So I'm getting pretty good mileage. Loaded or I just hate when I'm unloaded. When I'm not loaded, it's harder to get a good MPG. A box truck, 16 foot, yeah, I would highly recommend a box truck than a cargo van. You got a lot more room. You got a lot more room for freight, so it's just a lot better. But the thing was, I didn't get a box truck because my insurance it was too high. I was already too young, so well I was already so young. You know what I mean? What's good, dog? What's good? Just going over anything, like any way I can help, you know. I'll leave a thumbs up as well too, you know. Like help out a little bit. Or just trying to cover over everything that any questions that anybody may have that don't be on live on TikTok. 'Cause I go live on TikTok at night, but a lot of people don't be on there. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of people be asleep or dealing with their family, so I don't need a logbook in here, but in the box truck, yeah, you do. Once you pass 10,000 pounds, that's when your logbook comes into play. So that's one thing I love about the cargo van. Like you can literally drive as long as you want to. Literally. As long as you're not tired or putting others in danger, you drive as long as you want to. And while you drive, you gotta drive for yourself and others too. But this damn semi truck just let around. Brother, it is appreciated. I'm trying to get started ASAP. Wish I could ride with you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like it's different if you were actually here, it would be way different. Like you would see so much shit that you don't know about. And it's not that bad actually. Also another thing, I got a YouTube video. It's uploaded right now. Like it should have been uploaded, but I kind of take everybody along with me. Like while I was in the warehouse getting loaded, so I don't stop at skill. But on that video, like I kind of take everybody with me. So I take the camera with me, like a little vlog or whatever. But it's pretty cool. It's something to see. Like especially if this is something you want to get into, like just seeing somebody else, like them do it. Like it'll be a pretty cool video to watch. I can't wait till it come out. I don't know why I think it's so long to upload though. Van, okay. Just because it says van, a van is what you're looking at right now. You see that right there? That's a van. That's not a cargo van. That's a van. It's a 53-foot dry van. So on the DHT load board, that's what that represents. So what you have to do is, if you select van, you have to put your max length. Your length is how long, like how many feet of space in length your cargo van has. So for me, I put 12 feet. Next to the length is your weight. You need to put your weight there. Put the max you can hold. If you don't put the max you can hold, the only thing that's gonna come up are complete loads for dry vans, and you're gonna come across it every time. So keep that in mind. And also, I don't just use the van filter. I use flatbed, specialized equipment, and other. Other represents box truck. Specialized represents the reefers or the smaller hazmat loads. And the, like a semi truck with a flatbed, that's what that represents. And how much weight you can carry. All the loads for those specific things, they're gonna come up. And the thing, damn, 80 miles per hour, shit. That it fits in your van. You wanna make sure that they can use a cargo van for that load that you're calling about. You wanna be very blunt with the not blunt, but you wanna explain yourself. You know what I mean? You don't want to leave out any details. You need to know how, like from wheelbase to wheelbase, like how wide of a pallet you can fit in there, everything like that. How much clearance you got. The insurance van versus box. I'm sure the van insurance is cheaper just because it's smaller. The bigger equipment you have, the more expensive it's gonna be. Honestly, like I know that's true because when I went to get my insurance quote, the insurance broker, he was like he was just shocked that it was so much because I was in a cargo van. Damn freight line to take cleaning up all the traffic. I know a homie. He has a 16-foot box truck, but it's two of them. So their insurance is $1,600 a month, and not only is their insurance $1,600 a month, right? They're way older than me. They're about 10 to 15 years older than me. So insurance is high in demand right now. So all the prices are marked up. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Just keep sharing my videos and keep doing stuff like that, like leaving likes and all that stuff. I keep stepping out, whatever it is. But yeah, man, so insurance is high in demand right now. So and the insurance companies, they know that. So they're marking up the prices because they know a lot of new people trying to get into this type of business. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just gotta take that into consideration. Like I talked about on that YouTube video I had made. What else? Anybody else on here that has already gotten started? I want to be able to help out as many people as I can, like on a daily basis now. And I think I'm gonna just start going live on YouTube, like while I drive. I think that'll be very helpful for like all the new people because we get so many new people every day. Like damn near 1,000 followers every day on TikTok. So, and I know that. So, I just want to be able to help out and give out as much information as I can while I can. You know what I mean? You want to take the leap, but you're scared. I was at work, right? And God, the voice in my head, God, he was talking to me. He kept asking me, why are you still here? Why are you still here? And I was getting frustrated. I kept getting frustrated every day. And so, like one day I finally I was like, you know what? I went in the bathroom at work like before I left. And I prayed. I was like, God, it's all in your hands. Like I told him straight up, it's all in your hands. If I fail, I fail. Like, and that's the thing, right? Your job always gonna be there. It's gonna be there regardless. And as long as you got a work ethic at work that can't nobody beat, your job will always be there. Like I can literally go back to every single job I ever had, every single company. Like I know for a fact I can, right? So, if you provide that work ethic, that job always gonna be there. But as far as that leap of faith, you gotta take it. You gotta take it, especially while it's on your mind. Because the thing was for me, like I kept dreading it. And one day I was like, man, I'm never gonna get started if I don't do it now. So one day I was laying in the bed and I made my LLC, and from then on, it was just up. Like I made like shit. I'm here now. I took that leap of faith and I just got it done. My expenses on a day-to-day, just food and fuel. Your day-to-day expenses are not expensive in a cargo van at all. This is not a semi-truck or a box truck. It don't cost much to operate these like a lot of people think. For the right ride, something that's reliable. Hey, the thing is, you'll never find any piece of equipment or anything like that that's perfect. You'll never will. Like there may be something wrong with it. Like this vehicle right here that I had got. When I got it, I got my first load and it was nighttime. Like when I started driving, the sun started to set. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna check the lights, make sure all the lights work. Come to find out, the front headlight don't even work. The front right head, the headlight don't even work on that side. And that headlight costs $30. That light is not cheap. That bulb is not cheap. So everything is not gonna be perfect. You know, you might have to put a little work into it, but it'll be worth it. And whatever you put into it, you're gonna make it back regardless. As long as you're out here hustling on a day-to-day basis and not just expecting the thing on, not just expecting everything to just fall into your hands. Trust me, like you gonna make it. You will. I promise you. Nah, I brought it. It was used. I see you got out of Cali with a good load. I'm not gonna say with a good load. It was alright, but it's just the fact that my homie he had booked another load in Arizona. So I wasted like 11 hours yesterday, y'all. Like, cause I didn't want to go to sleep. I wanted to keep driving. Like, I wanted to do that whole 18-hour drive straight through, right? Like, I really wanted to, so I can go ahead and drop off that money, right? So, but he booked me. I booked the load, then he came behind me and booked another load going to Arizona. And I didn't want to miss out on that money because that $500, it was going to help me get out of Cali. And not only was it going to help me get out of Cali, but it was going to pay for fuel the whole way here. So on this whole trip, like we taking 1,100 home clean. So 1,100, 1,200, one of them. I think it's 1,200 miles. Now it's 1,190 some miles, and we taking 1,200 for cargo vans as well. Oh yeah, for sure. Damn, 60, 40. I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't have done that, but especially if you gotta pay for fuel. But what you want to do is you want to get your own van, because if you're using his van, he's responsible for anything that goes wrong. And get you a fuel card as well. It's not that bad. It's not bad at all, but just get you a fuel card and start your LLC. And from then on, like, get him under contract, right? So you'll be your own independent contractor. Like that's the whole goal behind it. You don't want to work for him. You know what I mean? You want to be contracted out under him. Does that kind of make sense a little bit? Because instead of making it, because you'll get that feel of running your own business, putting aside for taxes. Because none of that money is taxed. So having an LLC will be a lot better. You get a lot more tax benefits under that LLC. So all that fuel, you can write it off. All that food you're about to eat, you can write it off. If you want to pay for a hotel, you can write that off as well. And eventually you save up, get you your own van. Hey, perfect. Write that van off as well in due time. It'll all be worth it eventually. You got to start somewhere. You don't have to have a CDL, but I'm going to try to get my CDL next week. Hopefully I can get it next week, because if I can get it by next week, not next week, but within these next 2 weeks, because I gotta go back to my family February the 1st. We're going to the cabin, so right now, I was trying to save up a little bit of money so we can go have fun, but it's whatever. So I'm gonna try to get my CDL within these 2 weeks. So I'm not gonna move my van. The only thing I'm gonna move my van for is to go to CDL class and back. So I'll be home every night. I just need to go ahead and register in their school. And I think that school is like open 7 days a week, so I can literally go in there and practice as long as I want. As long as I pass the written exam and everything like that, hey, I'll be perfect. Like I can have my CDL within 2 weeks. For real, and I'll be good to go. And then by the time I turn 21, I can have those hazmat endorsements as well. But I really want those hazmat endorsements on. I'm not sure if you can get a hazmat on your regular license, but that's what I want right now. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Hopefully it's possible. Nah, it's not possible, because I'm only 21, so I can't even get my hazmat right now. What was I talking about? See, yeah, that's what I was thinking. As long as you pass the written test, so that's basically your permit, right? Yeah. So I can still go to that school. So if I have my permit before February the 7th, I can still go to like a backyard university type shit, right? Yeah, it makes sense, bro. I just figured just get my foot in the door. Oh yeah, I'm not in charge of maintenance and fuel, bro. It's my own van. Oh yeah. See, that's the thing. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that at all, you know. Especially if you're trying to get the foot in the door, you're gonna learn a lot. Cool, not 21, but with a good head on your shoulder. Yeah, I ain't gonna say I wish I was a little bit older, but my age, man, I hate it, for real. I be wanting to do so much, but I can't. See, oh yeah. Most definitely. So, in these next 2 weeks, this week, we just gonna be studying. Then, I'm gonna go, so these next 2 weeks, I can just study, and then go apply for my passport and things like that. You know, yeah, we're gonna get it done for sure. You know, I turned 21 in July, so, bro, we're gonna be averaging $3 a mile. Like, we're gonna get to that point where we making some real bank in these vans. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we're gonna get there. Trust me. And like, I tried to book a load for it was going 800 miles today, right? And I told her I was taking for 950. And so, but she responded back and said that that my MC it wasn't 3 months old, so she couldn't give me the load for that, right? But I told my homies, hey, email this lady and book it for 1,000. So instead of 950, I told him to go for 1,000, and he ended up getting the load. But I didn't pick the load up because I was a little bit too far out. She had took too long to respond, so. But he ended up getting the load on his MC, so it's good to network with people, you know. So if you have a CDL, I'm not sure. If you have a CDL, you should be straight then. Yeah, you should be straight. Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, you should be good already. It's not a written test. I was saying, like, the written test, I was referring to that as my permit. From what I'm hearing, yeah, it's a lot of hazmat loads for cargo vans and box trucks. Yes, it's just on a whole nother load board that we don't have access to. It's not just one of those things that's just gonna be on a regular load board, because it's a lot more money involved with those hazmat loads and everything. And I found this pretty cool, y'all. Hey, y'all see this cargo van in front of me? People use those to, like, make actual homes and everything in like that. Like, they just travel. Like, I know this guy right here travels because he got his bike on it. So, it's a B, I need the A. Oh, yeah, for sure. I understand. I don't know if I can get my, I think it would. I'm sure it would, but right now I still don't even know what that specific load board is, you know. So, but when I know more information on it, for sure, like, but as soon as I have access to it or figure out wherever it is, you know, I'm gonna most definitely talk about it. Like that's the whole reason behind all of it. Dang, my phone died. Yeah, these van prices are crazy because the demand is up for them. It's not a huge supply for them really anymore, because a lot of people just went out and bought one, right? But also, if you look in the Facebook group chat, there's also a lot of people selling vans in there as well. So if you could get in those cargo van group chats and just see people who's selling, hey, you'll be good. I promise you. Like, cause I know when I get ready to buy my next van, I'm just be like, hey, I got 10K cash right now for whoever. As long as you got the title, hey, I need it. because I know somebody's gonna be real desperate to sell it. And I don't know. It's a load board like a subscription type thing. Essentially, yeah. Every load board is based off subscription. Like after my what I want to say, after my third month, after next month in March, I'll be getting that selected load board, so I can book loads on there as well. Cause the thing is, like my homie, he has access to the load board, but he has to book his own loads, and he also dispatches for other drivers as well. So I just want to be able to do everything on my own, my own carriage package, all that. Like I don't really like having a dispatcher or having to pay somebody a certain fee just for that little extra help. You know what I mean? Like $20 to book a load. Hey, for me, hey, yeah, that's great. Like, I'm cool with that. But some people be wanting 8 to 10%. Like, come on, man. Like, I understand you gotta make your money too, but I'll figure out how to do it myself before I pay somebody that much. Well, you know it or not, 10% is a lot. That's gas. Honestly, that is gas. You're right. Better to do it by yourself. Oh yeah. And that's why I had studied hot top for so long, and so it's easier for me to book loads in this cargo van. I'll have to stop some gas in a little bit. Woo. We still got about I heard the same thing about selectors, but I don't think that's true. I'm sure you do, but it's not really worth it. You know what I mean? Like just to say, oh, I got a fleet, give me access to this load board. That's bullshit, man. Like, come on now. They just trying to make it harder for new guys that's coming in here. You know what I mean? Like any way possible for the insurance company, the brokers, just the companies in general. Like they making it harder for new guys. Like even with the CDL, with that situation right there, they trying to make it harder for CDL drivers. Because the prices for the CDL gonna go up. These guys are high in demand right now. Like it's so many loads that move out on a daily basis. And once I do get my CDL, like, and have a flatbed or whatever, I'll be worth a lot of money. Why would a dispatcher be necessary if someone had access to the load board? Because dispatchers, sometimes they have access to certain brokers and everything like that. Sometimes the brokers, they have their own load boards or whatever. You don't always see what the dispatcher sees. Like they may have been doing for a while. Like they may have access to all those random load boards, like Full Circle. Load boards that nobody has ever really heard about. What state I headed to? Looks like good weather. Oh yeah, I made it to what we headed to? We headed to Oklahoma right now. Yeah, I got a Ram Cargo ProMaster 3500. I'm about to graduate here in May. I've been about saving for a cargo van a couple months, and I found one in May. I've been watching your videos, and they've been bad helping me put up my book. Oh yeah, for sure, bro. I wish I would have known about this when I graduated. Like I promise you, it would have been a lot better. Like it would have been so helpful. Just because of the fact, like I wouldn't have wasted so much time. I would not have wasted so much time working. You know what I mean? It's 12 foot long, 4.5 wide, and I got 5.8 of clearance. So it's the biggest one that Ram makes. Dodge, Ram, you know. These mountains look pretty good, but when it's snowing, bro, I hate being around these mountains. I hate it. It's so dangerous. Like I hate driving up and down the mountains just in general. You know what I mean? Like right now, it look like we finna go up the damn mountain. Or we finna get on it. You know. So it's just something you wanna worry about. Calling the house, Cali in the house. Oh yeah, that's what's up. I just left from over there. Nah, they don't take taxes out. You gotta save for taxes. If you don't have enough write-offs, you're gonna end up having to pay a certain amount. But for every load you do, a certain amount is taxed. So you wanna whoever does your taxes this year, talk to them about what it is you wanna do. You might have to pay them, but just talk to them about what it is you got going. Now my max payload is 4,331 pounds. I'm not sure about 4,700. But nah, that's not two or three pallets. It's just the weight, like how much ever weight that is. So that 4,700 is pounds. So you can put whatever, how many ever pallets you want. It could be 20 small pallets that's 2 inches high or whatever like that. It just got to be less than that weight. Staying on the road for a month with good loads will be fun, huh? Yeah, it'll be fun, but you're gonna miss a lot of quality family time. You know what I mean? Like right now, I want to get back on to my girl and shit. Like I really do, but I'm out here doing this. Like man, and them TikTok videos, man, they, I don't know. A lot of people, some people got to say how they feelings on them videos, man. I don't be in my feelings when I make those. Like somebody had commented and said, why even waste the time and energy? Like, what you mean? I wanted to do it. I wanted to do the video. But anyway, why the difference between STL and expedited? LTL, expediting means that whatever it is, it has to be there next business day or right away. Like it needs to be there fast. LTL is just a bunch of parcels, like the hotshot guys on their trailers. That's what hotshot is. Hotshot is LTL. So that's all LTL is. I say LTL in the cargo van. It's just on a smaller scale. Bro, I hate those mountains, bro. I do not want to go in the mountains. I hope they keep me off the mountains. Like right now, we're traveling uphill. Like I hate it because the RPM up is wasting a lot more gas. Luckily, it is a gas and not diesel. And the speed limit 80 miles an hour right now. So when you go 80 miles per hour climbing up a hill in a 53-foot. Yeah, I think I lost. Yeah, I'm gonna lose connection on this mountain, y'all. Damn. I want to do this for a minute. I want to be on here for a minute, but I'm gonna lose connection. I don't know if I lost connection already, but if it just cut out, y'all, that means I lost connection. So, yeah, I did the LLC before I started. Getting the van is one of the last things you want to do. One of the last things you want to do. Because if you get that van and it takes you a month or two just to do all the paperwork, that's a whole van payment you gotta make, or two van payments you gotta make.